Hi, and thanks so much for joining me for my 2022 limited edition favorites so far. I recently posted my 2022 favorites so far, and I really tried to stick to permanent items and stayed away from the limited edition items. However, I do use quite a few of the limited edition items on a daily basis or a very frequent basis. So I wanted to do a video on those because I think actually most of them are still available. There's one that I know is not available unless you can find it in store. So I thought we'd talk about those. I also wanted to mention this video is sponsored by Lily Silk. Thank you so much to Lily Silk for sponsoring this video. Now's a great time to think about Mother's Day gifts, and actually I bought my mom something from Lily Silk last year. It was a beautiful blue nightgown, and they've come out with some new items, including this. This is actually you can wear it as a dress. It's like a shirt dress. I'll show you an insert of me wearing it and how I style it, but it's a shirt dress that can also be used as a nightgown if you want. I got mine in the size medium, so it's a little bit roomier. I typically take a medium, but I also think small might be an option if I want something a little bit closer cut. But this is a beautiful navy shade. There are a couple of options if you want to use this discount code. They gave me a discount code to share with you. So for an extra 15% off Lily Silk, use the code EDIT15. And I'm just reading here to make sure I get this correct. There are special sales for women's apparel and sleepwear. Buy one, get one 25% off with the code EDIT25. I'll leave a link to this. And they also sent these cute scrunchies over. So there are 4 sizes here. There's a smaller size. This is in the geode print. One that's a little bit larger. Then you have another one that's even larger. And then there's this one, which is a giant scrunchie. And I love silk scrunchies for their hair. And they use their remnants of fabric to make these scrunchies. They have a sustainability approach when it comes to manufacturing. So these scrunchies are, again, from remnants of fabric. They also sent over this lovely shirt, which is such a staple for me. I love white shirts. I'm typically wearing my husband's white shirts in videos, but I love these for tying over dresses, or if I'm wearing something sleeveless, I want to cover up my shoulders, I'll take this with me traveling. We're actually traveling this summer, so I will be taking this with me. It comes in lots of pretty colors. This one has more of a shiny finish on it, and this one doesn't. This is such a great staple piece. And so I chose this color, although there was like an aqua color that looked really pretty as well. And before they reached out to me to work with them again, because I've worked with them in the past, so I'm really lucky to be able to work with Lily Silk. I purchased 2 dresses to take on the trip. Because silk takes up such little room in the suitcase, I thought that'd be a great thing to take. And being able to hand wash and dry really easily is one of the other selling aspects for me when it comes to purchasing silk. Here are some close-ups of the fabric and how I styled them. Their fabric remains are used to make, again, accessories like silk eye masks and scrunchies, and they are working with TerraCycle, the world-renowned recycling company, to commit to zero waste production. Their silk is sourced from mulberry trees, which require less water than cotton to grow, and they produce items made from natural fibers instead of course, synthetic. They only use 100% natural premium materials like mulberry silk. And they've come out with some really cute new designs that I'll make sure to list below, some things I'm considering for our trip because I do want to purchase more silk items. And what a great place to look for those Mother's Day gifts, from things like silk pillowcases to silk eye masks to scrunchies to nightwear. So many great options. Again, edit 15 for 15% off, or there's the edit 25 for buy one, get one 25% off. I'll leave all the information below. On to my limited edition favorite items. I picked 10 of them. So starting with this, because I forgot to actually add this in the Get Ready With Me, because of course I filmed a Get Ready With Me. It is this Rev'd Camellia highlighter, and I got questions about this, asking if this was a chunky kind of highlighter. Let me just add it here, and I use this kind of fluffy eyeshadow brush to add this on, and you can see it's a really lovely glow. I wear this to evening events. I'm gonna go right down the nose here. Such a pretty one. I really think it's such a lovely, lovely highlight. And let me add it to the inner corner. I knew there was something I was missing when I did that Get Ready With Me. I needed an inner corner color. This has a beautiful warmth to it. I'm not a highlighter person, but this is just the right amount of glow for me. really pretty. And then we're going to talk about blushes. So mostly we have blush, eye, and cheek products because those tend to be limited edition items anyway. So I have two here from Chantecaille. I'm going to stick them together, I think, because I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, we're going to count these as one because this one I think is almost out of stock. I think I saw it in one place, but it's a Flower Power cheek color, and this one is in Aquoia. I actually have these on right now, as well as the other blushes I'm going to talk about. I kind of mixed them all together today. I love how these melt into the skin. The one that was the Flower Power is warmer, and then this is a cooler, more vibrant shade, but they really do make the skin look better. And that's the magic combination for me when it comes to blush, is that it enhances the skin and also brings out the bone structure without emphasizing texture. If you know how much I love the Clé de Peau blushes, not all of them, there are two that I love, 102 and 105. Those have the same quality. I also chose these two from Chanel. We have here Pêche Cosmique because this gives the loveliest glow, and I love putting this down first. And so this is very versatile in that it can be used with pretty much any blush. So I used it in combination. This highlights bone structure without being sparkly and works with all the blushes I've tried it with. So it's one of those things that makes any blush better. And it also diffuses blush if you have something that's a really pigmented kind of blush and a little bit hard to control. That's a great one to put down first and then go in with that blush because you can build it up a little bit more slowly. And then I chose this one, Pêche Rosé. And this one is warmer. However, if you prefer cooler blushes, this one's nice to mix in with a cooler blush in order to warm it up just a little bit. So you don't have to always use it by itself because it is quite warm. I used it to adjust a little bit today just to warm up a blush. And this has that beautiful quality that melts into the skin, makes the skin look better, brings out that bone structure, nothing sparkly. So I love this one, and I love warm blushes anyway, but I also love cool blushes. So I like how these are easily used with other products in other lines. I actually have all 4 of those blushes on today. You can kind of see in the Get Ready With Me how each one interacts with the other and how well they play together. Then for eyeshadows, I picked one that is not available. I can't find it anywhere, but it might be available in stores. So check your local Chanel counters, see if they have it, but it's not available online. It's a 747, and this is the one that some people thought was hard to see, was kind of not exciting. I think that's what sold this palette. Very easy colors to wear as well as easy to use with a beautiful result. So I take you through a look. I think I used 2 of the shades here today for a really quick look. And then I went in with another palette, and I think this is a surprise favorite for a lot of us who picked it up. It's the Byredo Flora Kalahari palette, and my purple one shade just fell out there, so I'm going to show you a picture here. But what I love about this is that you can take any one of those colors and turn a palette like this, which is a very nice palette, not the most exciting colors, and make it exciting. So I just actually added, I think, 3 or 4 different shades on here just to show you the difference it makes. I love that it makes other eyeshadows more unique and a little bit more special. And some of you let me know that you use this as a one and done palette. So a lot more usable than I think a lot of us thought it would be. So that was a nice surprise. So if you haven't picked it up, I think it's available in a couple places still. I hope it's still available if you did not get your hands on it yet and you were thinking about it. But it is shimmery. There are a couple of mattes in there, but I think the real magical colors in there are the shimmery colors. And then we've got the Chantecaille Giraffe Eye Quartet. This is such a pretty one, really versatile as well. So you will get a lot of use out of this palette if you are looking at it. So those are my picks for eyeshadows. And then we have 3 lip colors. I chose one that's always in my bag. This is the Chantecaille Lip Chic in Jasmine from the Giraffe collection. It's a lovely warm lighter shade. I'll show you that with this look and you'll be able to see really how light it is. But the reason I love putting this in my bag is because it's so easy to reapply. I can just reapply this really quickly and get some hydration on my lips, especially after I've eaten dinner. This is a really great one to have in the bag. My other lip is the Rouge Allure Velvet in 118, and this is the one that has that little star on the bottom. And this is such a lovely Your Lips But Better shade, but then there's just a little hint of something in there. There's not so much shimmer, but there are definitely particles that will reflect the light, but not in an obvious way. So I love this color and I love the effect that it has. It makes it just a little bit different. And then for a really unique red, which is the one that I have on right now, there are just a couple of really unique reds that I've come by. One is 103 Legend by Clé de Peau, and it has the same kind of vibrant quality to it that makes the complexion look even better. And I feel like this has the same quality. This is from the number 5 collection, and this is in shade, oh gosh, this is in shade 147. So it looks much warmer in here than it does on. It applies much cooler, and so I think that's an interesting thing, but it definitely has a vibrant quality to it that just makes everything else, I think, come alive. I went ahead and swatched this one by Clé de Peau 103 Legend next to the Chanel lip. It is a bit warmer and it doesn't have the same kind of glow to it simply because it's a cashmere lipstick, so it's not going to be as satiny as this one. But they do both have a lovely vibrant quality to them, but you can see there's just a hint of warmth here, and again, a little bit more matte. And then, well, it's spinning around there, I recently picked up this Guerlain lipstick, and it has the same type of finish as this one, and this is in number 25. So if you really wanted this shade, this is very close to it. This still has a little bit more blue in it, but they are very, very close. It's definitely got more blue than the Clé de Peau. Clé de Peau has more warmth to it, a little bit more cool, and then this is the coolest of the three. And these two finishes are similar to each other. If you want a little bit less of that glow, you can go for something like the Clé de Peau. And they all have the same lovely impact on the complexion, in which they make the complexion look even better. So I hope that helps out in case you really wanted that shade. Those are my top 10 picks of limited edition items so far in 2022. They didn't necessarily come out in 2022, but they are the limited edition items that I've been pulling for this year. So if you're interested in seeing how I put this look together, I also tried out a couple of products that are new to me just to test them out, like the foundation and an eyeliner. Those are new to me, so if you'd like to see those in action, make sure to come back for the Get Ready With Me. Thank you again so much to Lily Silk for sponsoring this video. Again, for discount codes, you have EDIT15 for 15% off. And then women's apparel and sleepwear, buy one, get one 25% off with EDIT25. But that is it for today's video, so please take care of each other, stay well. If you enjoyed this video, if you learned something, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you next time.